Okay, let us start with the chapter 7, that is sound. And sound is produced only by vibrating body. Okay, and sound needs a medium to travel, so sound cannot travel through vacuum. And in case of sound, the frequency is measured by the unit hertz. So there are three range of sound, that is audible, infrasonic and ultrasonic. Audible range is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, means audible range for human beings 20,000 hertz. Infrasonic is less than 20 hertz, and ultrasonic is greater than 20,000 hertz. And sound always travels in the form of waves, that is known as sound waves. So if I consider this figure, this one is the distance traveled by the sound wave in the form of waves. Okay, so the first term is that amplitude. Amplitude is the means how much the wave has been risen up from its mean position. So this distance is known as amplitude. Next is time period. Time period means time taken to complete one wave. Time taken to complete one wave. If I look at if I consider this figure, then one wave means this one. Sorry, this one is the total one wave. Okay, means from this position to this position, this one is one wave, this one is the second wave, and this one is the third wave. Okay, next one is frequency. Frequency means number of waves produced in 1 second. Number of waves produced in 1 second. Okay, next is wave velocity. Wave velocity is the distance traveled by wave in 1 second, means in 1 second how much distance is traveled by the wave. Distance traveled in 1 second. And this a wavelength, sorry, one more term is there, wavelength. Wavelength is denoted by lambda, and this one is wavelength, means the distance between two consecutive crests and two consecutive troughs, that one is known as wavelength. So this one is wavelength. Moving to next one, since the particles are always in motion, means they are vibrating, so there is a change of energy, that is kinetic to potential, or it can be potential to kinetic. So the waves, these waves are, sound waves are known as mechanical waves. Sound waves are known as mechanical waves, and these mechanical waves is of two types, that is longitudinal and transverse waves. Longitudinal and transverse waves. So longitudinal waves cause the medium to move parallel in the direction. Look at this figure. If I consider this figure, the wave is moving in this direction. Okay, and also the particles are also moving in this direction, means they both are moving in the same direction. But in this case, the wave is moving in this direction, but the particle is moving up and down, means they are moving in perpendicular direction. So in transverse wave, the medium means cause the medium to move perpendicular to the direction of wave. If the particles move perpendicular to the direction of wave, that one is known as transverse wave, and if it moves parallelly, then that one is known as longitudinal waves. Okay, let me explain you one thing, that the relationship between wave velocity, frequency and wavelength. Wave velocity, frequency and wavelength. Okay, wavelength. Wave velocity is denoted by V, frequency is denoted by F, and wavelength is denoted by lambda. So you all know that speed is equals to distance by time. So according to that, wavelength will be equals to distance, means speed is equals to distance by time, na? Just a minute. Speed equals to distance by time. So wave velocity will be equals to distance, means wavelength, and time is here time period, period. Okay, so V equals to lambda by T. Now keep in mind that 1 by T is equals to F. This is the relation. Okay, 1 by T equals to F. So I can replace this 1 by T with F. So I can write it here as F lambda. So V equals to F lambda. This one, this formula you will need while doing the numericals. Okay, next one. What is echo? The sound heard after reflection from a distant obstacle after original sound has ceased is called an echo. So suppose this is a hill and you are standing on this hill. Okay, so if I give a shout out, then this sound will travel to this position and it will come back, and you will hear your own sound again after some seconds. So this one is known as echo. So to hear an echo distinctly, the reflecting surface in air should be at minimum 17 meter. Let us derive this one. You all know that speed is equals to distance by time. Distance by time. Okay. So speed of sound in air is how much? 340 ms minus 1. 340 ms minus 1. Now what is the distance travelled? The sound is travelling twice its distance because it is going to this position and then coming back after reflecting the surface. So it will become 2d by time is t. Next, what will be the value of t? Just keep in mind that for a person to differentiate between two sound, there must be a difference of 0.1 second. So the time will be 0.1 second. 340 ms minus 1 equals to 2d by 0.1. If you do the calculation, you will get 334, then d equals to 34 by 2, that is equals to 17 meter. So for an echo to be heard, the distance between the reflecting surface and listener must be 17 meter. Okay, come to next one, that is sonar. I have skipped many things in between, that is this use of echoes by bats, dolphins and fishermen. We will go through these points, and if you find any if you find any doubt, then ask me. Okay, so the full form of sound is sound navigation and ranging. Navigation and ranging. Okay, in SIP there is a transmitter and there is a receiver. Okay, transmitter and receiver, both are placed side by side to each other. Okay, means there is no more distance between them. You just know in sonar the ultrasonic sound waves is used. Ultrasonic sound waves is used. In this case, a ultrasonic sound wave is sent inside the water to detect the obstacle. These obstacles can be a seabed or it can be, okay, these obstacles can be a seabed or a submarine, or it can be a sunken ship, or it can be anything. So ultrasonic sound waves is being sent through the transmitter to detect the obstacles under the sea. So you already know the speed of this ultrasonic sound waves. Then you know here there is a transmitter which is receiving the ultrasonic sound waves. So the speed is known and the time is also known. So you can easily find out the distance. How? You have to find out the distance. Okay, so you know that distance is equals to speed into time. Then you have to divide the result by 2. Why? Because the distance is travelled twice. It is going down, then it is again coming up. So you have to divide the distance by 2 to get the exact depth of the sea, or exact depth of the obstacles present below the sea. Next one is radar. RADAR. Okay. The full form of radar is radio detection and ranging. Radio detection detection and ranging. In sonar, ultrasonic sound waves was used, but in this case electromagnetic waves are used. Electromagnetic waves are used in space. Okay, and the same theory is being applied here also. So these are the two applications of echo in physics.